Good morning. Welcome to the UU Church of the South Hills, also known as Sunnyhill. We're delighted that you could join us for this service. Our mission here at Sunnyhill is to create a more just and compassionate community within and beyond our walls. My name is Krista Stanley, and I serve as a worship associate for this congregation. We welcome children of all ages to the service. For quiet play, we have a children's area here in the sanctuary. For louder activities, we have a nursery just outside the corner entrance to the sanctuary. We also have a comfort room accessible through the back hallway from which you can hear and see the service. A gentle reminder to everyone, please silence your cell phones and other electronic devices so that we can enjoy this service uninterrupted by buzzing or ringing. Today's service honors Carol Karl, her music and her legacy at Sunnyhill. Carol was a founding member and served for over 50 years as Sunnyhill's music director. She died at this time last year, just 3 weeks after celebrating her 94th birthday. Our current music director, Mary Pratt, will offer some reflections based on her time working with Carol, and the dedicated members of the Sunnyhill Choir will perform a number of Carol's choral arrangements. Our opening words were written by Marnie Singer. The chalice is the container, the space where the musicians and the listeners gather. The oil is the fuel, the hours of practice and the life experiences of everyone in the room. The wick is the instruments and vocal cords through which the music will flow. And the flame, is the music which is created as if by magic. When the instruments are lifted, the breath is inhaled, and the downbeat is nodded. Please join me in saying the words for lighting our chalice. May this flame ignite the music within us all.
It read, "She attended well and faithfully to a few worthy things." That epitaph always makes me think of Carol. Music was her passion, and she attended well to it. In the final months of her life, our visits consisted mostly of looking at sheet music or going through the hymnal to discuss our favorites, and sometimes our least favorites. But it wasn't just the music. Carol truly loved her fellow music makers. During our very last conversation, we talked about every Sunnyhill choir member. Yeah. Their voice and their personality and other stories. She was most animated when talking about music and sharing stories about her musical career. How Can I Keep From Singing was fittingly one of her favorite hymns. We sang her arrangement of it at her memorial, and while we won't be singing that version today, I couldn't leave it out of this service. Please rise, embody your spirit, and join in singing this as our opening hymn.
Above the sky. in heaven and earth. How can I keep from singing when tyrants tremble as they hear the bells of freedom ringing, when friends rejoice both far and near? How can I keep from singing to prison cell and dungeon vile? Our thoughts to them are ringing, when friends by shame are undefiled. How can I keep from singing?
Thank you. Please be seated.
Good morning, friends. It is our time for all ages. If there are any kiddos present that want to come up and listen to our story, now is your chance.
This one's good. Hey guys. Hey AV team. Just FYI, the green mic died suddenly, so I'm using red. Thank you. Today, we are spending time remembering and honoring Carol Karl, who used to be our music director, among many other things. And I'd like to tell you a little bit more about her. Carol loved music so much. She loved hymns and church music. She loved classical music and going to the symphony. She loved musical theater and show choirs. She loved folk music and music from movies. She was an amazing piano player, and she also composed and arranged music. Music was one of the things that brought Carol the most joy. She leaned into that joy and spent a lot of her life doing music. In addition to being our music director and conducting the Sunnyhill Choir, she directed or accompanied a number of other musical groups, including Tapestry and the Harmony Singers. Yes. Yeah, so many people were able to enjoy more music because of the work that Carol did. In that way, Carol's joy in music kind of rippled out like a drop in a pond. Her joy in music was one of her gifts that she gave to the world. Your joy can be a gift to others too. And I wonder, what brings you joy? Maybe it's making arts and crafts, Miss Jen, or solving puzzles, it's mine, reading or writing, making and even better eating food. I hear you'll be talking about nature and RE today, something else that can bring so much joy to people. Spending time with things that bring you joy and then sharing that joy with others can be one of the gifts that you give to the world. And with that, I'm going to sing you guys out to RE. As you go, may joy surround you. As you go, go in peace. Know our love is with you always. As you go, as you go, as you go, may joy surround you. As you go, go in peace. Know our love is with you always. As you go.
Good morning. My name is Joe Barker, and I'm a member of Sunnyhill's pastoral care team. Our mission is to reach out to members of the congregation who are going through challenging or significant life events, whatever they may be. Each week at this time, we share joys and sorrows submitted by members of the Sunnyhill congregation. Joys and sorrows may be submitted online, on our website, sunnyhill.org, or by filling out a yellow caring card in the entrance hall before the service. After each joy or sorrow that I read, please respond by saying, "We hold you in our hearts." We have a sorrow from Diana McLaughlin. Last Sunday, my mother was admitted to the hospital after I found her laying on the floor of her apartment. She spent a few days in the hospital and is now at Presbyterian Southmont for rehabilitation. Unfortunately, on Wednesday, I was diagnosed with COVID, which prevented me from being with her for a few more days. While I am sad that these things are happening, I am also grateful that she did not have more extensive injuries and that I caught my COVID quickly and was able to get medication for it. For Diana and her mother, we hold you in our hearts. I have a joy from Michaeline and Wendy Stabile Bell. Their joy, we are grateful to be celebrating 50 years of shared joys and sorrows this month. For Michaeline and Wendy, we hold you in our hearts. We have a sorrow from Mark Mortimer. Elizabeth Mortimer lost her younger brother, Robert Bob Bear, on Thursday, April 24th. He was 57 years old. We're in Oklahoma through the weekend with family, so please keep us in your thoughts. For the Mortimer family, we hold you in our hearts. We have a joy from Rosalind Mahalan. Two joys, actually. 25 years ago this week, Bud Murrock and I were married in the front of the fireplace and a full house in what is now the fellowship hall. We promised to love, cherish, and comfort, and we have. Second joy, soon I shall see more of Sunnyhill and the rest of the world due to improved mobility, because after 2 years of lobbying for a new hip, it is approved and happening in early May. For Rosalind and for Bud, we hold you in our hearts. We have a concern from Nancy Ritzko. My neighbor Rick had a massive heart attack but survived, and he is in ICU. He has a long road ahead for recovery. For Rick and for Nancy, we hold you in our hearts. We have a joy from John Luff. This week of April marks another loop around the sun that John and Betty Luff have made together. Tuesday, we'll be celebrating number 47. And on Friday, Betty will celebrate that John is again a little older than she is. His 78th birthday will be celebrated at a Pirates game, hopefully with a win. For John and for Betty, we hold you in our hearts. We have a joy submitted by Susan McCarthy. I'm delighted to have shared with 28 Sunnyhill members that took part in the Climate Justice Revival yesterday on April 26th. We created pictures of a thriving future, then discussed challenges to climate and social justice, and many positive actions we could take. Thank you so much to the facilitators of that day, Tanya and Wyatt Broaded, Raina Ripple, and all the volunteers who made this revival possible. The next step will be when the congregation decides what to do with all these ideas. Stay tuned. Make sure to check out the challenges for climate justice from the revival posted in our fellowship hall. For all those involved in the climate justice revival, we hold you in our hearts. for the joys and sorrows that are unspoken today as we sing our musical meditation. We invite anyone who feels moved to do so to come forward to the front of the sanctuary, light a candle, place it in the sand, and then return to your seat.
Please join me in the spirit of meditation and prayer. Amid the tumult and the strife of this world, amid the tempest that round us roars, amid the earth's endless lamentation, what song echoes in our souls? What far-off hymn beckons us? What music rings and sings through us? Let us pause for a moment to sense the song emerging from the quiet. Though storms may shake us and darkness may close in, though tyrants might rage and despots might threaten, though every vile thing might appear ascendant, still we know that love will prevail in heaven and in earth. Still we know that truth lives through us. Still we know the joy of compassionate, justice-seeking community. When love inspires inmost calm, how can we keep from singing? May it always be so. Amen.
Tis a gift to be simple, tis a gift to be free, the gift to come down where we ought to be. And when we find ourselves in the place just right, to be in the valley of love and delight, when true simplicity is gained. To bow and to bend we shan't be ashamed. To turn will be our delight, till by turning we come round right. When true simplicity is gained. To bow and to bend we shan't be ashamed. To turn will be our delight, till by turning we come round right.
I once asked Carol about what brought her and her husband to Sunnyhill. Her answer was in line with many of our other founders. They wanted a community for their children that reflected their values. By the way, if you haven't checked out the Sunnyhill history page that Jen put together a few years ago, I highly recommend it. There's a link to it under quick links at the bottom of Sunnyhill's homepage. It includes the story of how Sunnyhill came to be and our history through the building of the sanctuary. This passage, describing the group's first years of meeting, comes from The Path to Sunnyhill, written by Tony Murray, Gloria Snyder, and John Armstrong. The fellowship bought a coffee pot, which traveled in the trunk of the car belonging to whoever was responsible for refreshments that week. Because members had to carry all the accoutrements of the fellowship with them from week to week, many refer to this period of the church's history as the portable years. Fellowship members were fortunate. They always had music. Several members were fine musicians, including our music director, Carol Karl. Carol's contribution to our previous capital campaign to build this sanctuary was dedicated to future Sunnyhill generations. She was always looking forward to the next service, the next choir piece, and working to build a church and a music program that would last. The next two songs speak to this theme of building. All Our Architects is one of our hymns that's set to words from Henry Wadsworth Longfellow's poem, Builders. And Carol composed the second piece, set to Eileen Karpelis's blessing, A Place of Meeting, for the dedication of this sanctuary. As I was pulling together the music for this service, I felt like an archaeologist, wondering why Carol chose particular hymns to arrange and what her thought process was in selecting the tune or the harmonization. It reminded me of one of the conversations we had while filing music. Most of our conversations took place while we were filing or going through music. When I asked Carol about why she picked a particular song for choir, she had us singing The Greatest Love of All by Whitney Houston, a song that I love, but I have to admit, I did not love it as a choir piece. And I was curious to understand why Carol did. She pointed to the words, "I learned to depend on me," and "I found the greatest love of all inside of me." And then she said, "Well, that's just the most important thing." It clicked and reminded me of another hymn how much beloved by the early Sunnyhill choir. Be ye lamps unto yourselves, be your own confidence. Words really mattered to Carol, and the words pointed to humanism, the theology shared by Sunnyhill's founders, which rejected the idea of a divine being, revered science and reason, and placed the responsibility of salvation on the collective and also on the individual. In that context, it makes sense that Carol valued inner strength so highly. And Carol embodied inner strength. She was a quiet but mighty choral conductor. You know, she had that look that could quickly quiet boisterous tenors or misbehaving basses. You know who you are. And she believed in herself and her musical instincts. It's hard to find a score that she didn't alter in some way by either changing the lyrics or the notes. In the case of our next 3 songs, Carol created hymn mashups, mixed and matched tunes, and created new harmonizations. And she chose hymns that underscore the values of humanism and our connections with each other. I invite you to listen to the words and enjoy them with that lens in mind. And I'm going to invite you to hold your raucous applause for after we complete all 3 pieces.
You that have faith to look with fearless eyes, beyond this tragedy, a world of strife, and trust that out of death and night shall rise the dawn of antlered life. Say to your children when they see the light, high in the heaven their heritage to take. I saw the clouds of darkness put to flight. I saw the morning light. The wonder of the wind and crashing sea, nature in power and light and majesty, yet wonder more in deep tranquility. See, calm and still. From troubled turmoil seek an inward goal. Tranquility shall make the spirit whole. Be still and know a presence in the soul, serene and calm alive. You that have faith to look with fearless eyes, beyond this tragedy, a world of strife, and trust that out of death and night shall rise the dawn of antler life. Say to your children when they see the light, high in the heaven their heritage to take. Oh, what a piece of work are we, how marvelously wrought. The quick contrivance of our hands, the wonder of our thoughts. Why need we look for miracles outside of nature's laws, when we are what to wonder at with every breath we draw? But give us room to move and grow, but give our spirit play, and we can make a world of light out of the common clay. Oh, what a piece of work are we, how marvelously wrought. The quick contrivance of our hands, the wonder of our thoughts. Words that we hold tight won't let us go. As we don't follow, will haunt us so. What will undo us is not our friend. Show us, O Spirit, how to befriend. Show us how to forgive to all who live. Show us forgiveness that we may live. To speak of loving is not to love. Lies move among us below above. When we are raging, needing to mend, show us, O Spirit, how to befriend. Show us how to forgive to all who live. Show us forgiveness that we may live. When love is doubtful, choice is not clear, we turn to worship to cast out fear. Teach us forgiveness, make love our end. Show us, O Spirit, how to befriend. Show us how to forgive to all who live. Show us forgiveness that we may live.
When I first looked at that last piece of music, Words That We Hold Tight, I thought, yes, we must snuggle the things we value most. It took me a minute to realize that its meaning was quite the opposite, that it was entirely about forgiveness and letting go. Letting go is hard. I see it in the kinder music classes that I teach every week. Babies learn to intentionally grasp objects before they figure out how to intentionally drop them. When it's time to put away instruments, there's always one child gripping an instrument over the basket, just unable to open their hand. I saw Carol struggle with letting go, and it was really hard. And sometimes it was funny, like when Carol had been strongly encouraged to use a cane when walking up to the piano, and she did carry the cane in the air all the way up and down the ramp. After coming back from the pandemic, when Carol moved to emeritus status and I moved into my current role, Carol brought me a stack of music that she wanted to conduct with the choir. It would have taken years to work through that stack, and it was heartbreaking to have to narrow it down to one last piece. And because Carol was having issues with memory at that time, we had to have that difficult conversation a few times. But she did let it go, again and again, and by the end of her life, she was a pro. She let go with grace. Beyond the values that I mentioned earlier, Carol and I never we never smoked together. Never. We never spoke much about spiritual matters. But I think that heaven on earth for Carol was experiencing an exquisite piece of music. The song the choir is singing for the offertory, The Field, was one of Carol's favorites. In particular, the piano accompaniment is exquisite and will be played by Carol's daughter, Adrienne.
Our Share the Plate beneficiary for the month of April is the 5th annual Juneteenth celebration at the Mount Lebanon Park on Sunday, June 8th from noon to 6 p.m. Sunnyhill is a bronze level sponsor, which means we committed to raise at least $500 to support this event, which commemorates the day when news of emancipation reached South Texas more than 2 years after Lincoln's proclamation. You can make a gift online on our website or by text at 412-324-3130. We'll be passing our offering baskets for cash and checks in just a moment. If you're writing a check, please make it out to UUCSH and put Share the Plate in the memo line. Thank you for your generosity. Please join me in saying the words for extinguishing our chalice. We extinguish this flame, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, or the fire of commitment. These we carry in our hearts until we are together again.
Before our closing words, just a couple of things. Many of you were here for our congregational meeting between services. In case you weren't, but still would like to vote on the slate of candidates and bylaws amendment that was discussed, you have an opportunity to do so. Everyone who's a member should have received an email this morning with a link to our election buddy system. And voting is open between now and tomorrow at noon. Also, I'm going to turn things over to Dennis Sweeney for some words on behalf of the choir.
Mary? Where's Mary? I just want to acknowledge what an extraordinary job that Mary has done in helping put this program together. We've worked on it for more than 4 months. And to give you an idea of what an extraordinary person she is, a couple months ago, Mary injured her right shoulder. So she taught herself to conduct with her left arm. So Mary, would you please come up? And the choir is giving you a little gift of our thanks.
And thank you to the choir members who worked so hard. This service really was a year in the making. I remember at Carol's memorial service last year, we decided we wanted to do something bigger than just a memorial service to recognize her music and her legacy here at Sunnyhill. And then the choir started rehearsing these pieces really last fall to make it to today. So thank you to all of the choir and I really appreciate your hard work. We'll close with these words. Let us sing the magic of imagination by which we know each other and learn the lives of eras gone by. Let us sing the magic of creation by which we build the world of our soul and teach its wisdom to others, young and old. Let us sing the magic of our lives together, holding and shaping by the movement of breath from heart to lung all new life that is to come. Go now with singing, go now with magic in your fingertips, touch this world with your life. And as you go, may you go in peace.